guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review, this time reviewing VH1's Hip Hop Family Christmas Wedding. So this is like part 2 movie to last week's movie of the VH1 Hip Hop Family Christmas. So this one, I'm just start off right from the gate. I like this one way better than the movie last week of just a regular Christmas. I felt like this movie, we went more into like each individual characters, what they going through in life, not so much focusing on Jessica, played by Carrie Hilson, because last movie, part 1, I felt like it was more entailed on her getting the camera people over to the house to make them seem perfect, where I feel like this one felt like more of a nice flow because we're going into each person's venturing out into more so like Blair, what the parents got going on, a little bit of Kelsey and what they have going on. And I felt like we only really focused on Jessica and Jason's wedding more so towards the last 30 minutes of the movie. So me personally, I like that we have different scenes. We're focusing on different people and how they all kind of come together as one at the end, even though I felt like it left off with question marks. Okay, whatever happened with Blair and the Mega situation, which we'll get into. But overall, just off the bat for these first 2 minutes, I like this one way better than the last movie. So we got a whole lot of new characters in this movie. There was a lot of characters in the first part 1, but this one we have a couple more extra people. We got a lot of product placements for Jamie Foxx. I believe it's his the brown sugar bourbon. Listen, ever since I learned about product placement, it's all over the place in this one. I don't think it was as much in the first part 1 movie as it is this one, but definitely. All right, Jamie Foxx, I know he's directing this movie, directed the last one. So, of course, he's going to put his little product in there. I believe it's his product because when I went and searched it on Google, his face popped up on the website for brown sugar bourbon. So, BSB, listen, it looks nice. It looks good, you know. Do what you got to do. If you're going to promote your stuff, Jamie. But anyway, I have a whole list of new people in this part 2 of the movie. So, like I said, we're venturing out. We're more so following Blair, what he got going on with his company, with his record label. Shad Moss, okay? He's playing Mega. So, I guess he's this good rapper out in these streets, but he's always in and out of jail. He's always in and out of different women's punani, all that stuff. So, he's currently in jail. He about to get out. So, Terrence J, who plays Blair Nixon, he wants to make sure he gets Mega on his team before anybody picks him up. They're mentioning Jay-Z, all these people trying to get him, but he's like, no, he's gonna make sure he take care of him and whatnot. So Mega's down for it. However, we have this new what's her name, Jai Turner, played by Cassie Ventura. I guess she's now Blair's new boss. So she's coming in. I guess she's trying to structure everything. I guess coming in to fix stuff or whatnot. So she's looking through his stuff. She's like, listen, you in the red, bro. Okay, you spending way too much money on random ridiculous things. When he first met her at some party that he was with his assistant. Who's his assistant? Blah blah. His assistant. Her name is Melody, played by Jasmine Brown. So she says, oh, that's Jai Turner. So when he goes to talk to her, he tries to impress her by ordering $20,000 bottle of wine, alcohol, whatever the case may be. She's not impressed, okay? Jai Turner is not impressed. She's his boss, so I'm sure she's seen it all. I'm sure she's dated all these, sleaze balls and whatnot, so he's trying to impress her, but it ain't working because she's a woman of class. So she not going to be, a $20,000, but she ain't no groupie. So Blair, I guess his dad and them try to give him advice later on in the movie, but I'm just like, come on, you are too old to be not knowing how to wine and dine a female. I guess he might be too used to the groupies and stuff, but at the same time, I'm just like, bro, come on, we got to do better. So I guess he's trying to impress her and whatnot, because, he likes her. She's different than other people. And I guess even in the point when he's telling his dad and Bun B and Jason about it, they're like, okay, you got to impress her. So I guess he does try to impress her by bringing her to the club. Well, an empty club, trying to say, like, he owns it with these folks and whatnot. She's still not impressed because she's like, what you bringing me to an empty club for? So in regards to the mega person, because he's in the red, Jai not letting him be sign him because in order to sign a new artist, you're gonna need a lot of money because you gotta need a lot of money, support the artist, whatnot, so they could get doing what they need to do to make the songs, all that stuff. So the fact that he doesn't have it, it's like he already promised Mega all these things. Like once he gets out, he gonna welcome him with a Rolls Royce, with all the HOES, all this stuff, so he can stay on the label, make sure he goes out real quick, make an album real quick, and just get everything rolling. Before he probably goes to jail the next time because Mega be in and out of jail. So Meg, like I said, Mega is down for it, but obviously because of the halt that Jai has given Blair, because he don't got no money because he's spending too much on random stuff. He's kind of like, yeah, I'm trying to sign you, but I can't, but just give me some time so I can sign you. So Mega's like, okay, I'm going to give you 72 hours because Jay already got me a Rolls Royce. He already got that waiting. Hold on, pause for a moment. So sorry about that. But where did I leave off? I'm talking about Mega. So Mega gives Blair 72 hours to say, listen, you better get that underway. Otherwise, I'm going to Jay because he already got me a Rolls Royce. And it's Jay-Z. I mean, I guess in the movie, we're supposed to believe that the Nixons are these big shots. And I'm not saying they not because, this is movie, this is fictional. But at the same time, it's Jay-Z. Like, who you going to go with? Jay-Z got more of the cash money. He has more credibility. And he got everything right now. He could get freaking Mega probably an album within a week and already, on the line to be sold within the next month. Whereas Blair and, his record label probably is not even close to that. So, of course, I thought that was very generous of Mega to give Blair 72 hours to get it underway. But, this was one of the cases where I'm like, okay, we're just leaving it out in the open with a question mark. Does this ever get resolved? Does Mega just go straight over to Jay? Who knows? Because we never got that ending. We're never going to get that ending. Unless they do a part 3 of this movie, which I highly doubt. So, I mean, I wish that was just kind of like an instance where I just wish we just nipped it in the bud. We had a conclusion to this scenario, to that storyline, but it is what it is because at the end of the movie, we see Blair, he wins over Jai because, his sisters help him to listen, you gotta be in a suit or whatnot. So they put him in a suit and then he goes meet up with her at a steakhouse where she was at. They get to know each other. They end up going karaoke, singing everything, and they end up together by the end of the movie. So that's cool. At least he got his little happy ending. As far as Jai, she was feeling him too. I'm not saying she was playing hard to get, but at the same time, she gonna show you and prove that she ain't easily impressed by all the stuff you gotta show. Ain't no $20,000 bottles, water, or your little empty club and stuff like that. So, and she was looking through his photos too because she was sitting in her little big office that's big enough to have an apartment inside. And my apartment could probably fit in her damn office. Anyway, so she looking at his pictures on whatever social media they got because, they had lives all over the place going on during the movie. So she was feeling him too, but like I said, she's not easily impressed. So she was going to show him that she's easily impressed. But I did think it was cute that she was the only female that got Blair stumbling in her office because he's freaking making pictures fall on her shelves and stuff, dropping the coat hanger. So he likes her, they end up together, and she ends up catching the bouquet at the end because Jessica really throws it to her, really. But that's it with them. The other storylines we have is with Kelsey. We don't really see much of her, but she's still talking to, what's that guy? What's Billy Sorrell's character? What's his character? Let me scroll through all these damn characters in this damn movie. So he plays Vincent Thomas. So I guess they got together at the end of the last part 1 movie. Now they're together. But, Kelsey likes him. He seems nice and sweet. He has funny moments where he's singing and dancing for her. But she ain't really feeling him like that, okay? He's like a forever friend. She's putting him in the friend zone, I feel like. So she's like, he's cute and stuff, but he just ain't for me. So obviously her brother and sister supports that. And then at the end of the movie, or towards the end of the movie, she ends up breaking up with him. And She ends up getting with, I guess, NFL player. I don't know if he was supposed to be Michael Vick or whatnot, but okay. And that she ends up happy. But in between that, I guess she was kind of feeling Mega a little bit, and they was flirting and stuff. But then she sees that he's just all for play and not for show. And I guess she walks into one of his studio sessions, and I guess she plays freestyle on one of his tracks. So he feels that Terrence is like, I don't know what's going on here, but you better be watching yourself because Mega, he be in and out of jail, be with all these damn girls. Kelsey like, oh, you're not gonna take my life and all that stuff. So he just let her do her. But in the end, she really finds out like he not really trying to settle down. He just came out of jail. He was in jail for 2 years, okay? He probably gonna go back within the next 6 months. So do you really want to be with a guy like that who's probably just trying to make as much money as he can and F all the hoes he can until he goes back to jail? Okay? So she walks in on him with a girl in his lap and she tries to talk to him. The girl comes back and like kissing all up on what's his name? Mega. I forgot his name already. But tries to kiss up on his cheek. So she's like, okay, I'm not doing this. And she walks out. Here goes Mega like, you tripping like this? Dude, like, we didn't even smash. Listen, that's good. You didn't. Kelsey, Special K, Queen K, whatever you want to call yourself. I'm good. You didn't. Good job. You don't need to be smashing. That's good. So, I mean, you was a little getting very involved. I feel like sprung for somebody you didn't even. Listen, I'm just happy you didn't smash homeboy because who knows what you would have gotten because he seemed like he all out in these streets. So that's good for you. Go with the NFL player Vic. You know, I don't know if he's supposed. Like I said, I don't know if that's supposed to be Michael Vick or whatever. You see, he seems more, I guess, up your alley, so to speak. So that's good for you. Nothing else to take from her scene or her storyline. Then we have the parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nixon, played by Redman and MC Light. They played Donnell and Tina Nixon. And they're still trying to get over this hump of the M situation. Okay, from back in the 1995 to be exact. I guess the people, the family of the victim or whatnot, they are willing to settle per the lawyer. They're willing to settle for $5 million. Now, I don't know how much the Nixons having, but if they, $5 million is a lot for us average folks. So if $5 million is a lot for them, I'm like, how much money do y'all have? Because y'all have money, but I guess y'all don't have that much money that $5 million is not going to hurt. Because, there's some people, they're like, oh, $5 million, give them the $5 million so I can get over this. But for them, it's like, $5 million is a lot. It means that's cutting deeply into our pockets. And then they showcase that by having fast food for dinner, for the whole family to come over for dinner. And then you have Mr. Nixon telling them, like, listen, when you walk out of a room, turn off the lights. Y'all not going, what else he said? Something. He's telling them, like, don't touch a thermostat, none of that stuff. So in order to preserve electricity so that he don't got to pay as much. And I'm just like, is y'all going to be really hurt? Like I said, I don't know what their pockets are like. I don't know if they only have $6 million in the bank. But at the same time, y'all need to be having enough funds to save for emergency. Y'all already have all that money. That's when y'all need to get an accountant or something. I don't know if they have one because obviously this is a movie, this is fictional. But for me, I'm just like, you shouldn't be having this big of a house and all these stuff and spoiling the kids like he was saying if you don't got enough funds and emergency savings for situations like this. Okay? You already had that situation going on since 1995. So you mean in all those years you didn't save up money enough to make sure if something were to come of a settlement that you can't just pay them? Do better. But anyway, I think they end up paying it, obviously, because, like I said, they have the dinner when they're eating fast food. So there's that. There's nothing else to take from that situation. I think that's it for their storyline. We're going to get to Jessica and Jason's storyline in one moment. But mentioning the mama, okay? Who plays the mama for Jason? What's her name? Nancy Shannon. Okay. She's still bougie, as let Donnell Nixon tell it, she Republican, voted for Bush, all that stuff. Okay. So she is still acting the same, especially in the beginning of the movie, acting bougie, calling the Nixon family ghetto, and all the stuff that they do is ghetto, whatnot. And her and Mama Tina, they are preparing for the wedding. So I guess the Nixon family are paying for the whole wedding. I believe in some aspects, Mama Nancy, she's paying for some things in the wedding as well, because the wedding is taking place at her household. So, okay, that's cool. So, you know how she is. You know she bougie. She don't like the ghetto family stuff. She don't want to be black. She trying to be white and feels like she needs to be up there in caliber and fancy schmancy, all that stuff, in order to not see the color on her skin, because she ain't white. She may be light skinned for black folks, but she ain't white. But she thinks she's white, so we're gonna let her think she's white. So she wants all these nice fancy stuff for the wedding. She wants the French caterer and stuff, and she wants a nice pastor and all that stuff. So, her and Tina Nixon, they button heads a lot. Now, if she is contributing to the wedding, because from what Jason said when they was getting ready for the wedding, the Nixons was paying for the whole wedding. But like I said, I believe Nancy did contribute to the wedding a little bit. So at least just to make her happy, wedding planning is a very stressful situation. Let me tell you, as a person who's married, wedding planning is stressful. AF. If it's already stressful with someone who don't got a big budget, I can only imagine the stress of planning a wedding with a big budget. So it's stressful, no doubt about it. So let's not make it more stressful by having Miss Nancy feel like she don't have no to say. Yes, I understand. I get when Miss Tina was like, okay, it's my daughter's wedding. She gonna get what she want and with all that stuff. But Mama Nancy had a point too. Yeah, it's both our kids' wedding. So I know she don't want the French caterer and all that stuff, but let her have a little 2 cents. And we see towards the end of the movie, they're kind of kumbayaing and kind of agreeing on certain things. So they do at the end come to an agreement. They're not friends, but I guess they were cordial by the end of the movie, which I liked. I appreciated it, because I guess there was one night when Tina was getting eaten out by Donnell, and I was just like, can this scene be over? Because I see what's going on here, and I'm like, please let this be over. Please let this be over. No, please let this be over. Please let this be over. I was just like, oh no. So thank goodness Miss Nancy came to the rescue. She came in just frazzled, and she did the product placement and drank some of the BSB brown sugar bourbon. And she got drunk, I guess, laying her heart out to Donnell and Miss Tina. And the next morning, her eyelash was crooked, and she's like, she don't got no friends. I'm like, what about Miss Victoria Harrington? Tiffany's mother. Where's she at? Is not your friend? You're not going to go to her house drunk, but you came to the Nixon's house drunk? Are you bitter, Nancy? Because I understand you feel the way you feel about ghetto folks, but at the same time, you do be around them a lot. They don't even come to your house. They only came to your house during your little party charity event, last part 1 of the movie. You come in to them a whole lot of just popping up at their house and stuff. So seems like you're bitter to me. But okay, so I guess, like I said, they become cordial. And even during the wedding, we have the pastor, the crazy ass pastor. We'll get to him though. If you have a problem, forever, speaking out, forever hold your peace. Everybody was looking to Miss Nancy. She was like, what y'all looking at me for? Proceed, please. So, okay. So, like I said, by the end, she was cool, calm, collected. But she did call the pastor a pimp, which, yeah. I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Miss Nancy. But, see, that's how you close off a storyline. They, like I said, not the best of friends, but they are cordial. Mega, I still don't know what's going on with him. So that was just something to put in there. And then finally, with the storyline of Jessica and Jason. Like Donnell said, both of y'all got crazy exes. Okay, I like Derek in part one because he seemed like he was respectful, but at the same time just showing that, listen, had things went a different way, I would have loved to marry you, but I'm happy for you type of thing. This part two, I don't know what is he doing. First off, y'all just I know this is supposed to be fictional. I know this is supposed to be fictional, but I feel like this is not realistic fictional because you got people splurging, spending all this money on random stuff. First off, going back to Blair, he's supposed to be in the red, but he's trying to buy Jai a $80,000 purse to impress her. And then we have freaking Derek buying Jessica a $80,000 necklace for her wedding. Oh, here's something new, something blue. So everybody just got money in this movie. Everybody just balling like that they could just drop $80,000 on a purse, on a necklace. Okay, like I said, this is fictional, so I shouldn't even be like, because this is the part I feel like is a little bit unrealistic for me. But okay, we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with the punches, whatever the case may be. So he gets her the necklace while she's having the bachelorette party. Speaking of bachelorette party, she says to Jason, "Listen, I'm gonna plan your bachelor party because I don't want you having no strippers, no nothing." And I'm just like, okay, since you're planning his bachelor party, he should plan your bachelorette party, huh? But we don't bring that in. But then again, I'm just that petty person. I'm like, okay, since you're gonna plan my party, I should plan your party too. But it don't matter because the guys still go out anyway. We don't see none of that. So I guess nothing of that, nothing happens with that. So that's cool. But I'm just like, can we discuss this before? Like, I don't understand why it's always something like, oh, you better not have no strippers. Listen, if my husband wanted to have a bachelor party, he went to the strip club, that's fine. Just know I'm going to be at the strip club. Me and my girl, we going to go to the strip club. Okay? You gonna go to the strip club? I'm going to the strip club. Because here's the thing, they don't like that, but listen, if you gonna do it, I can too. Right? But anyway, that's neither here nor there, okay? That's just my little 2 cents. But anyway, we get into Jessica's bachelorette party. Her mama was there, and Donnell was at the dad's bachelor party. Well, Donnell was at Jason's bachelor party. So I was just like, okay. Would I have my mom at my bachelor party? Probably not. Bridal shower, yes. Bachelorette party, no. So that's where she gets the ring. That's where Jessica gets the ring from Derek, the $80,000 ring. And I guess they get drunk and they talk and whatnot. And who do we have at the bachelorette party? Toya Johnson. She plays Lauren. Toya Johnson is at the bachelorette party. So I guess she's one of the bridesmaids. Then we also have Vanessa Simmons, who plays Trish from part one. She's also there. So I guess she's another bridesmaid. And like I said, we got the mama there. So it's just the 4 of them. I'm surprised Kelsey wasn't there, but maybe she has something else to do, prior engagement, who knows. And for the bachelor party, we have, of course, Jason. We got Blair. We got Daddy Donnell. And then we got Bumby. I'm like, so you don't have none of your groomsmen there? And who's the groomsman, you ask? We have Paige Kennedy. He plays himself. We have Pleasure P. He plays himself. We have Don Benjamin. He plays himself. So everybody just playing themselves here. I mean, I guess they just needed somebody to fill the spot for 2 seconds, so that's probably why. But I'm like, it would have made more sense to have his groomsmen there at the bachelor party and for her to have all her bridesmaids there and her sister at the bachelorette party. But okay, I guess they just wanted to do these 2 quick scenes real quick. So they just got anybody that they could find. So that's fine. This is an all-star cast type of thing. So the bachelor party goes. It was lame at the beginning, but it was like, listen, we gonna go out. We gonna see some booties, all that stuff. So they go out. We don't see what happens with that. And then for the bachelorette party, after the necklace, they talk. I guess they get drunk because then we see them waking up. Carrie's running to the bathroom. She's throwing up very dramatically. But this is a movie. I guess she has to sell herself. That's fine. And then we just get to the wedding. Yeah. The only 2 parts with the exes is when I guess they were doing a food tasting event at the Nixon's house. Tiffany does come in. because she's the mama's assistant. And then we have Kelsey locking her in some closet or whatnot, but she gets out. And we don't see her for the rest of the movie. Good. Gladly so. And then with Derek, he comes out, or comes to the house when they're eating their drive-through dinner, as Nancy says. I guess to apologize, but Jason shows up. He was about to fight, but nothing comes of it because come on. So he apologizes and leaves because Donnell kicks him out. And I'm just like, first off, this is stupid. All of this situations. I know this is for the movie, so we got to drag it for like 2 hours. But these are situations that could have been nipped in the bud had each person let the other person know, listen, you're not going to be coming here doing all this mess. Okay? Jason, you need to let your mama know, listen, this is my wife, or this is going to be my wife. So either you like her or you don't. If you don't like it, you could step. Because Donnell told him, I had the same situation. My mama didn't like Tina. And Jason was like, how did that turn out? Blair was like, I don't even know who my grandma is. I never talked to her. Well, but I know Jason don't want to do that. But at the same time, if this is the woman you love and you know how your mama can be, you need to let your mama know what it is. And you need to let Tiffany know, please don't come around her or her family anymore. Don't come around me or my family anymore. Okay? We're not together. We ain't going to never be together. And stop harassing my wife and her family. And tell Victoria Harrington, we got the same name, but she's not even real because it's a fake character. Tell Victoria Harrington to take her and her daughter and be gone. Okay? Because Nancy ain't trying to even fool with you when she distressed. She goes to the Nixon's house now. So what I tell you, Miss Victoria Harrington and Miss Tiffany Harrington, bye. Peace. And then as far as Jessica, you need to let Derek know you ignoring him and stuff, but obviously he's still hitting you up. He know where you live. You just need to let him know, listen, I appreciate you trying to be nice and give me this gift, but I am not going to be accepting such an extravagant gift from you, which you thinking it could be something more. Where nothing is not going to be nothing. You can step. You and Tiffany should get together at this point. That's what Jessica should have just nipped that in the bud, but nobody likes to have communication. What I've noticed from all these movies, all these TV shows, all these reality shows, communication is a major lack in life. This might be, a facade, but I just don't understand why people, they don't know or hate to communicate. But like I said, it wouldn't be a movie if we would have nipped it in the bud from the get-go. But I'm just saying for y'all, for real life folks, if this situation were to happen, let's just nip it in the bud so we could be at peace and move through life with as much peace as we can. Because, there's be too many times where people don't want us to win. So just exclude them from yourself. But we get to the wedding, okay? And we have Tyron Turner. He plays Pastor Williams. And I do like the scene where Miss Nancy was like, you have a pimp as a pastor. A pimp! She was a line. And, while I do understand, okay, this is not no pastor, because everything he says he thinks is from Proverbs, and that is very incorrect. He don't even state the verses right. He butchered the whole thing through. He probably just paid a little money so he could become an officiant, so he could get some money. That's it. So while I do understand how Nancy feels, but at the same time, this is what makes it entertaining. This is, like I said, a movie, so we got to give it some comedic relief for laughter and whatnot. So of course he does a great job, just being a silly, crazy pastor. So that's fine. We have what's his name? Don Benjamin. He only has 2 lines in the movie because I guess he was being a little squirmish when he walked down the aisle and standing there waiting for the bride to come through. And he's like, "Oh yeah, man, don't ever eat no spam casserole." That was a little funny to me. I watched it I rewinded and watched it a couple times. But I'm just like, I'm looking at, me and Terrence were kind of just like, spam casserole. So who put this in the script? Who put this in the script? Okay. Like I said, comedic relief. But we get through the wedding. The wedding goes nice. There's nothing to really take from it, whatnot. And then we get to the reception. Everyone's having a good time. Like I said, Carrie throws the bouquet to Jai Turner, and her and Terrence kiss. And at the end, we have, of course, Donnell making an inappropriate speech saying, he pumped into Miss Tina so the kids could come and all that stuff. So that's where it ends. And like I said, I do think it was a good movie. I liked it way better than part one. Would I watch part two again? Probably. I would actually recommend it to my mom. I should be like, Mom, I mean, you can watch part one by yourself, but if you watch part two, I'll watch it with you. I'll come over to your house and we'll watch part two together. But that is it. Honorable mentions. Okay, because I know there's some people I didn't put in here. Because like I said, all-star cast. We have JoJo. She was the stylist, and I believe she does that in real life. So good for her. Got her 2 cents in. And maybe I don't look at the credits or nothing, but maybe she did the styling for the movie and not just for the wedding. So if she was able to get 2 paychecks for one being in the movie and 2 styling the people for the movie, good for you, JoJo. Proud of you. But we got Jermaine Dupri. He plays Omar Big Dog Harris. Okay, when they was having a meeting about what they're going to do with the funds. We also have Angela Simmons playing Monica Thompson, also in that meeting where they were talking about the funds for the company, record labels, all that stuff, so that's cool. Megan James, she played the waitress at the restaurant where Miss Tina and Miss Nancy were sitting to discuss the wedding. I already mentioned Toya Johnson. Tamar Braxton, she played one of the bridesmaids. I'm like, she came for 2 seconds. But then again, I can't even say nothing because, like I said, Paige Kennedy, Dawn Benjamin, Pleasure P came for 2 seconds. You might as well have Tamar Braxton play herself because all the other people play themselves. So might as well have her play herself and be one of the singing guests. She should have been one of the guests that was singing, not no Pleasure P. Because I'm just like, you have actual talent here. No offense, Pleasure P, no shade. Tamar Braxton, actual talent. You could have had her been the singer for the whole wedding type of thing. That would have been something to see. But you had Pleasure P sing for the wedding. I thought that was, I didn't like that. But this is not my movie to direct. I just put in my 2 cents. I think it would have been better to have Tamar Braxton, but maybe that would have been an extra fee. And Jamie said, nah, let's just get Pleasure P because his fee is way cheaper than Tamar Braxton. Understandably so, but I think it would have been more beautiful to have Tamar Braxton singing for the wedding as opposed to being a bridesmaid because she was only there for 2 seconds anyway, so might as well just pay her to be okay. Anyway, so then we have other honorable mentions. I already said Pleasure P. I already said Dawn Benjamin, Paige Kennedy. Yeah, okay, that's it. That was it. That was the movie. That was part 2. The next one, I don't remember what the name is, but I already have it recorded on my on-demand DVR or whatever. So we'll see that next week. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what you thought on part 1 and 2. And until then, be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Love and Flip Flop per Donnell Nixon. Love and Flip Flop family reunion. Until then, guys, bye.